Yeah, already.
That ain't been shown the Holyfield.
All if you want.
No, you showed Larry Holmes instead on the day it was going to come out.
He was there. That's why he's won.
Oh, yeah, because you went on Big Brother and got that start, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that why you did late?
Yeah.
Is he going to come out?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Where's David Haygood? Oh, everyone's on stage for David. I didn't.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Johnny, man. We appreciate your time, man. Glenn. Wait, Glenn's coming. How you doing, Glenn?
Yes, Glenn.
Glenn, you got time for everyone?
Quick photo.
Yeah? Glenn, who you got winning? Who you got winning?
I'm going with George Groves.
Why?
I'm going with Groves because he was so on top when he gave Carl such a beating last time.
He did.
And you know all that happened was Carl was starting to get back into the fight a bit.
Yeah.
You know when the fight was wrongly stopped. But I just think at 36, at the end of a career, having had so many hard fights, that's going to take a lot out of you. If you're 26, you can get over that, with 6 months. Yeah. But I don't, 36-year-old, I don't think. And I think in the fight I saw, and I just remember watching it when I watched it again, that Froch was actually tentative with his jab. Yeah. So he was getting, to do that, you've got to be getting pretty badly hurt. Yeah. And I think he'll remember that. He might have forgotten himself. He forgot he even got knocked down, didn't he? Yeah. So all of a sudden, that realization that you've got somebody really strong, really fast, who really thinks he can win. Yeah. He believes he can win. I think it's that conviction that makes me think he'll win.
Let me ask you a quick question. Do you reckon George is more devastating from round 1 to 6, and from 6 to 12, Carl might come back in the fight if it goes out?
Hey, listen, Carl, I would never take anything away from him. If he was to win, it wouldn't surprise me because he is a terrific fighter and terrific guts and strength. But you can only go to that well too many times, so many times. And it might be just. I spoke to Carl in December, just privately. He looks like I like Carl. We're pally me and Carl. But I don't think I'm on his Christmas card list now. But I mean, that's what I'm here to do. That's my job.
That's
but we did that, and he was saying that. I said, "You're fighting Groves," and he was like, "No way, after that, I don't. I'm going to fight Chavez. I'm going to take you with me as a mate." Just so you don't say bad things about me. Because I'll still say bad things about you, even if I'm your mate.
Yeah, because you picked Groves in the last one, innit?
No.
Did you pick?
No, I picked Froch in the last one. I said that Groves would have his moments to make a name for himself. I thought Froch would prevail, and it turned out quite prophetic. But I didn't expect.
That's why you're watching it with Hey and with
it's amazing. It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was spitting sandwiches all over.
Everyone across the country was doing exactly the same. I think it mirrored.
But I mean, I just think it has to be a cracking fight. It's got to be a cracking fight, and I think the first round is key to the fight. Who can get off and get who's the boss in the first round? They'll win the fight.
But Glen, what annoyed you more in that first fight? Was it the fact that the stoppage come early, or the fact that Groves was only leading by 1 round on 2 scorecards?
The worst thing of all is, the best thing this fight's happening because of the stoppage. Because what would have happened is Groves would have been robbed. Carl would have gotten the decision, and that would have been even worse because then we would never have had this fight again. Because he wouldn't have bothered. If he won on points, he wouldn't have done it again. But the fact that we had so much controversy, everybody wants to see it, So. And
do you see this as sort of like the biggest domestic fight rematch since Eubank Ben?
I think it's the biggest domestic fight we've ever had. Simply because there's 80,000 people come, which proves that this is something that's excited the whole nation. I mean, everybody's talking about it. And I do this for a living. So, you talk about it when you're on TV, when you're not, or what you're cooking or something. But we went out last night, me, Bob, me, and Jim Ward, for Right to Eat. All we talked about was the fight. We talked about it for 8 hours all day, for 4 days, non-stop. And we went out to eat, and we talked about the fight.
Yeah, but it's great, man. It's a great occasion.
So it is a great occasion, and I think what it's doing, the great thing about it, I hope it all goes off well. Nobody's hurt. There's no trouble. Everything goes off well because boxing has got the platform needed to take it to the next level.
That's right.
But do you see if Froch and DeGale both win? Do you see that DeGale really? I don't think he's ready.
No, I pretty much think Carl Froch should have retired after George Groves.
Yes, sir.
I think that would have been the ideal time to get out, and I think around and wanted them to get out. Then the fact is, it's 80,000 people, however many millions. It's too big a dangling, too big a carrot, and that's the mistake. Lennox Lewis did the right thing after Klitschko. Yeah. You know, that was bang on the money.
It was new. Yeah.
Joe Calzaghe, I think probably thought, you know what?
He got knocked down a couple of times.
Career,
yeah.
Got out on top.
Carl Froch is coming up. I don't need it. Got out on top. And I think the problem that Froch has got is his legacy.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden he gets beat up George this time, then people say, oh well, you know, he was going to get beat the last time, so that they'll put both fights down there, won't they? They'll put both fights down 2 losses. Same as if Carl wins, they'll just say
sides with Carl. Yeah. And he's fickle like that as well. It's very fickle. Where I think that. Like there's some of us that are real Broncos, but a lot of people, I think most people are floated, you know, and they're going to go with the winner.
You know, we have conversations with Adam and all the you know, Johnny. Don't take Johnny's, but all the guys are having opinions, and a lot of them are, they're seeing it this way and they're seeing it that way. And
but do you think?
Is it alright to get a quick photo?
Sure. Yeah. Do you want me to take it?
Yeah.
Someone needs to.
Yo, can you take?
What did you have when you went out for a meal last night?
What did I have?
Oh yeah.
Chicken fajita. TGIFs were in. TGIFs. Yeah, it's nice.
Great, man. Glen Mccrory here, man. Cruiserweight, what was it? WBC Cruiserweight champion?
IBF.
IBF, man. Alright, thanks, Glenn. Thanks, man. Take care, man. Take care, man.